Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, inshallah, um, like I said, we first of all look at a compositional book. In this book, the title is Hadaya al-Eid. So, before we move on, what is the relationship between Hadaya and al-Eid in this case? Hadaya al-Eid from this title. What's the relationship between Hadaya and al-Eid?
إضافة.
Yes, إضافة. So, إضافة, هدايا is مضاف and al-Eid is مضاف إليه. So this is إضافة to a معرفة. هدايا is a plural of هدية. Let's take note of that. هدايا is a plural of هدية. So هدية, which means gift. Is that right? Gift. Just like Atiyya. I think we are used to we've heard the word Atiyya before, right? Atiyya. So which also means gift, when you give somebody gift. So Hadaya al-Eid, which means we know what Eid is. So it means Eid gifts. Gifts of Eid. Or Eid gifts. Now let's look at what we can learn from here. Let's look at what we can learn from here. Okay, so I need someone to read this. Yes.
اليوم هو أول أيام عيد الفطر السعيد.
ما شاء الله. اليوم هو أول أيام عيد الفطر السعيد. Let's think of the shadda on this scene. اليوم هو أول أيام عيد الفطر السعيد. So first of all, starting from here, what is the relationship of these أول أيام عيد فطر and all of that? What's the relationship? What's the relationship between all of these words? So, yes, idafa. So we have not, inshallah, in our grammar lesson, we start what we call complex idafa. This is a complex idafa. It has more than one mudaf and more than one mudaf ilayh. So awwal ayyami, it does idafa. Eid idafa, fitr idafa. So awwalu is the first, is a mudaf ilayh. And it goes to ayyam. Ayyam goes to Eid. Eid goes to al-fitr at last. And as-sa'id is an adjective. Okay? Al-fitr as-sa'id. Happy Eid, right? Happy, what's it called? No, it is as-sa'id is for Eid, like Eid al-Sa'id. Is that okay? Al-Eid al-Sa'id. Al-Eid al-Sa'id. Like a happy celebration of Eid al-Fitr. So that's what they're trying to say. Now that we understand the context, because for you to understand any context in Arabic, you need to understand the grammatical position. Okay. So, al-yawma, in this case, we told you that I've mentioned that al-yawma has a fatha. When you have a word that has a fatha like that, ordinarily, so it is showing dharfiyya. It is showing adverb of time. I think I mentioned that. So that's why I say al-yawma. It has a fatha, al-yawma, today. So, al-yawma, today. That's what it means. So, huwa awwalu ayyami huwa is necessary here. So, Even though if you don't put it, it does not matter. You can say al-yawm awwalu ayyam. So without the huwa, it still goes. So al-yawm huwa awwalu ayyam Eid al-Fitr. Today is the first day, the first of the days of Eid al-Fitr, of the days of what? Happy Eid al-Fitr. Are we together? So that's what this expression here is saying. Now, awwal, that's another way. You know, we've learned wahid. Is that right? Wahid means one, actually, and we say the feminine is wahidatu. Okay? Now, another way, but this wahid, it means one. Okay? So, but this is for ordinal counting. You know, we have cardinal and ordinal numbers. Now, for this one is cardinal. Okay, we call it ta'dad. Al-adadu at-ta'dadi. So, ordinal counting. Now we have al-adad at-tartibi, which is the cardinal. Cardinal is al-adadu at-ta'dadi. That is cardinal, the one you use for counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wahid, ithna, thalath. Now we have the other type of counting, other type of number, which is al-adad at-tartibi. Al-adad at-tartibi. That one is ordinal, the one you use first, second, third, and all of that. Is that okay? Now, so to say first, use awwal. So this awwal of a thing, al-awwal, al-thani, and all of that. All right, al-thalith, al-rabi'. We are coming to all of that, but this is used for ordinal counting, tertibi, first, second, third. So awwal is to say, it's used to say first. Okay, you don't say wahid. Okay, wahid is one. So you want to say first, you don't say wahid. You say awwal. Is that right? You say what? Awwal. So awwal is used for ordinal counting. Let's take note of that. Not wahid. Okay? So you want to say the first book, you say al-kitab al-awwal. Ad-darsu al-awwal. Are we together? So you don't say ad-darsu al-wahid. No, wahid is one for ta'dad. That is for cardinal. So let's take note of that. Now, huwa awwalu ayyami Eid al-Fitr. This is the first of the days of Happy Eid, or a what's it called it? Happy Eid al-Fitr. The first day of Happy Eid al-Fitr. So that's what they're trying to say here. Now let's write it down and take note of these formats. Well, first. Now, who's gonna read? I want someone else to read the next one here. Yeah, who's gonna read this?
عمر ما زال عمر ما زال.
This is Zay, not so. ما زال. Umar. Yes, please continue reading. Umar ما زال what?
نائما في السرير.
Yes, Umar ما زال نائما. This is Tanween. نائما في سريره. Take note of that.
I have a question, sir.
Yes, please.
What's the difference between awwal and awalan?
Okay. It's the same thing anyways, but if you are using it in terms of if you are using it in terms of let's put they call it a tamyiz. Okay, so you want to say firstly, okay, awalan. When you say awalan, it means firstly. Is an adverb. Is that right? So is a what? Is an adverb. It's like you are saying first of all, or you say firstly. Yeah. So that is when you say awalan. Firstly. So it's the same thing, but the way you use it is different. The way it is used is different. Sorry, it's not tamyiz, it is hal. Okay, you are trying to say, for example, you are telling us that, say, for example, you did something first. So, for example, ji'tu ilayhi awwalan. I went to him first. Okay, so the awwalan is telling us, I mean, the condition of the situation you are talking about. So, which can be the hal. Okay, so other than that, it is also can mean tamyiz. You are telling us that you are trying to tell us that what you have done is the first thing, or what you wanted to say is the first. So tamyiz in that situation. So in a nutshell, we are going to learn all of this, but awwalan means firstly. So because you are trying to say something in order, and that's just the difference in meaning. It's still the same thing, but the way you use it is different. Okay, so I think that's understood a little bit. So now, if that is taken, I think you understand it. Before we move on.
نعم.
طيب. So now, here we have عمر ما زال نائما في سريره. I will not go into more detail of the grammatical aspect of this because we are not even near that. We are coming there, but this is the way you use it. ما زال is one of the sister of Kana. Kana and her sister. So you use the word ما زال as it is like this to mean still. Okay, so but this one is for the third person. I don't want to introduce the second person yet. So how to say the second person, the first person, or something like that. But first of all, this one, as we have it here, is only applicable to the third person masculine. ما زال is still. That's the meaning. When you want to say I'm still, or is still doing something, still. So Umar ما زال نائما. Umar is still sleeping. Umar is still what? Sleeping. And so just like Kana, this is the khabar of mazala. It will have a fatha. Ma Umaru mazala na'iman. And you can put it in this case, mazala Umaru. You can bring Umaru immediately after it because Umar is the ismus mazala, is the ismu. So mazala Umaru, then you say na'iman. Now, to make it a little bit clear, Mazala, Kana, and her sisters, they enter upon a Jumla Ismiya. So initially, this sentence is like this. 1 second. This sentence is like this. It's like you are saying Umaru Na'imun. What is Umaru Na'imun? What does it mean? Umaru Na'imun. Umaru Na'imun.
Sleeping.
Umar is sleeping. Now, you want to say Umar is still sleeping. If someone asks you, Umar, you say Umar is sleeping. For example, I said, Aina Umar, where is Umar? And you say, Umar is sleeping. Umar na'imun. Maybe after like an hour, I came again and said, Aina Umar. And I said, where is Umar? Umar is still sleeping. That's what you wanted to say. You will not say Umar is sleeping again. You have to say he's still sleeping, right? Because you have told me that he's sleeping before. Now, Umar na'imun is the first thing you say because this is Jumla Ismiya. Umar is Mubtada, Na'imun is what? Khabar. Now, for you to say he's still sleeping, you have to use Mazala. So you bring Mazala in front of it. So it's going to be, 1 second. So it's going to be Mazala. Mazala Umaru. Now, you don't say Na'imun anymore. Because Mazala has come upon it. You don't say Na'imun again. You have to say Na'iman. So, because of Mazala. So, you now say Umaru, Mazala Umaru Na'imun. Mazala Umaru Na'iman. Initially, it is Umaru Na'imun. But the moment you put Mazala, Yes? So it will be ما زال عمر نائما. Do you understand that? So, but Umar can come first. That's what you see here. Umar ما زال نائما في سريره. But the initial arrangement is ما زال عمر نائما في سريره. ما زال عمر نائما في سريره. Please let's take note of that. So I wouldn't want us to start conjugating, say I'm still going to say I'm still sleeping, you are still sleeping there. No, we don't need that for now. So just know that for you to say that somebody who is a masculine is still doing something, you say mazala. Mazala Umaru na'iman. Okay, can someone say Ahmad is eaten? How do we say Ahmad is eaten? Or Ahmad is, yeah, let's use something a little bit clearer. Ahmad is sitting. Sitting. Yeah, how do we say Ahmad? You can write this down, please. Mazala Umaru na'iman. The first thing you write is
Ahmad Jalisan.
No, it's going to be
Ahmad Jalisun.
Yes, thank you. Ahmadu Jalisun. Ahmadu Jalisun. Okay, Ahmadu Jalisun. Now, how do we say Ahmad is still sitting?
Mazala Ahmad Jalisan.
Exactly. Mazala. So you see, Mazala. Mazala Ahmadu. Yes, Mazala Ahmadu Jalisan. Jalisan. So you put Alif Mat there. Whenever you want to write something like this, Jalisan, you have to put Alif Mat. So, Mazal Ahmadu Jalisan, Na'iman, you put Alif Mat just to show that it is having a fatha. Without it, if you don't put Alif Mat, it will, even if you put an win like this, and you do not put Alif Mat there, it will be read as Jalisun because it will not be clear, especially when you don't put. So, because what you have written is Jalisun. For us to know that you have written Jalisan, you have to add Alif Lam, except if there is Alif Lam there, like Al Jalis. Aha. In this case, you don't need Alif Mad anymore. But if it is Nakira, you have to put Alif Mad. I think it's understood now. So, I want us to form the 5 different sentences. First of all, you look at the sentence, form Jumla Ismiya with the different sentences that is available to you. Then you add Mazala to it. For if it is a female, you say Mazalat. You put a ta utanis. Okay? If it is a female, if it's a female you are talking about, you put Mazalat. Is that okay? So if it's a female, you say Mazalat. Okay, so let's not hold on to that. Mazalat. Okay, for a female. Mazalat for a female. She's still doing something. So Mazala for a male. So please form 5 different sentences, Jumla Ismiya, and enter Mazala upon that sentence. Form a Jumla Ismiya and enter Mazala or Mazalat upon the sentence. So that's our second assignment. Some of us have not submitted our first assignment. Please submit it. So this is our second assignment. Do you understand that?
No, sir.
Okay, so what's the gray area that you need us to clear?
Just
Yes?
I do have a class.
I didn't get what I was supposed to do for them.
Okay, now what I'm trying to say is this. Form 5 different Jumla Ismiya. One of the Jumla Ismiya that you formed earlier is Ahmadu Jalisun. Okay? So you can say, for example, Fatimatu. Yeah, Fatimatu. What can we say Fatima is doing? Fatimatu. You can have a verb here. You can, okay, let's say Fatimatu. I can't think of what Fatima is doing.
Playing.
Okay, we can say Fatima is playing. So we can either use a verb or a noun. So Fatimatu la'iba. Okay, Fatimatu la sorry. Let me take a new page to write this. Okay. Now, so if I'm saying Fatimatu, yeah, so Fatimatu la'ibatun. Fatimatu, okay, so Fatimatu la, yeah, we have la'iba. I can have it like this, la'ibatun, okay, Fatimatu la'ibatun. Fatima is playing, so I want to say Fatima is still playing. So I would say mazalat okay, Fatimatu. All right, mazalat Fatimatu la'ibatan. In this case, ta we not have alif mad. La'ibatan. You just put ta and put it the alif mad. Mazalat Fatimatu la'ibatan. Is that taken? Is that right?
Yes.
So you can use a verb. How do you say Fatima is playing? Fatima to what? What's the verb of playing? The verb is, the past tense verb is la'iba. La'iba yal'abu. Okay? La'iba yal'abu. So if yal'abu is playing, how do you say she is playing?
تلعب.
Yeah, تلعب. Okay? So تلعب. So we want to say فاطمة تلعب. So you say Fatima to تلعب. Yeah, you can say تلعب. So Fatima is playing. So you can enter mazalat. You say mazalati. Mazalati. That's mazalat. Fatima to. Okay, Fatima to تلعب. It will remain تلعب because it's a verb. So mazalat Fatima to تلعب. So yeah, that's if you are using verb. Mazalat Fatima to تلعب. Nothing changes if it is a verb. But if it's a noun, mazalat Fatima to لعبة. Do you understand that, please? So you form 5 different sentences that are jumla ismiya, and you will enter mazala or mazalat upon those sentences. Is that okay? Or shall we make it 6? 6 for masculine, 6 for 3. I mean 3 for masculine, 3 for feminine. So that you can use mazala and mazalat 3 times each. Is that okay? So please, that's our second assignment. Write it down so you can submit. That's second assignment. The first assignment, so 2 people have submitted, or 3. So I'm expecting other assignments. Okay, so I think that's understood. Is that taking place? Okay, so yeah, Mazal Abbas. This is lesson 9 anyways, lesson 9 of Medina book. It's not correct to say Mazal Abbas Tajirun. Something will change. I think that's why I said you need to say something, because I need to know that you understand it. So ما زال عباس. The khabar will change. Automatically, we know that this Abbas. So the moment you say ما زال, okay, ما زال. Now, Abbas will remain the same. Because I said it is the subject of mazala. It has become the ismu mazala. It becomes the subject. Just like we have a subject of a verb. So, ismu mazala. Tajirun is khabaru mazala, but it's not going to remain tajirun. It will have a tanween. So it becomes tajiron. Tajiron. Please, do you understand that? Mazala Abbasu Abbasun tajiron. It will change to tajiron. The khabar that is initial khabar. Whenever mazala or mazalat enters, it will change to a mansub, tajiran. Sister Mutia, do you understand now, please? So, the next one, Abbasun tajirun ghaniyun. So, can someone tell me, tajirun ghaniyun, they are also two nouns combined. From the look of it, what do you think is happening to these two? What is the relation between these two sentences? First of all, Abbasun tajir. Now we had ghaniyun here now. This sentence, this whole sentence, Abbasun tajirun ghaniyun, it remains a jumla ismiya. Let me first of all clarify that. It remains jumla ismiya. Okay? Now, we had a ghani. Now, what's the relation between tajirun and ghaniyun?
An adjective.
مركب توصيفي.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Both of you are correct. Murakkab tawsifi and adjective phrase. Okay, so tajirun. So tajir is mawsuf. Ghaniyun is sifa. So they are adjective phrase. Thank you. So Abbas is a rich trader. Now, can someone, Sister Mutia, I need you to add mazala to Abbas and Tajirun Ghaniyun. What's gonna happen now? What's gonna be? Yes. Initially I've done mazala Abbasun Tajirun. So you need to do Abbasun Tajirun Ghaniyun. Add mazala to it. What's gonna happen? Yes, please.
ما زال أباس تاجر غني.
No, you seem you don't understand this. It will not remain. Look, we said Tajiron here. We said Mazala Abbas. And please work on your shadda. Abbas. Can you say Abbas?
Abbas.
Yes, please work on shadda too. So Mazala Abbasun Tajiron. I mentioned that this khabar will change to Tajiron. It will have a fatha. So that's what I'm expecting that you would do here. Okay, yes. Mazala. Now do it again. Mazala Abbasun ha.
Tajiron.
Tajiron. Can you say ta? Not ta. Don't say ta. It's not ta. Tajiron.
Tajiron.
Aha. So what will happen to Ghaniyu now? It will follow suit. It will follow suit because yeah.
Ghaniyan.
Exactly. Ghaniyan. It will follow suit. Adjective and it will always whatever happens to your noun will happen to your adjective. So it will follow suit. ما زال عباس تاجرا غنيا. Please write it down, please. It's very important. ما زال عباس تاجرا غنيا. So it will always be like that. ما زال عباس تاجرا غنيا. Okay, please. Now the rest. حامد مدرس. Hamid is a teacher. So حامد مدرس جديد. This is also adjective. Okay. Hamid is a teacher. Hamidun mudarrisun jadidun. Hamid is a new teacher. So here we have ما هذا. What's this? هذا تفاح. هذا تفاح. This is an apple. التفاح. At-tu. Please take note of the way I'm pronouncing this, because we've run out of time a little bit, so I don't want us to waste more time. So at-tufahu. But listen to the way I'm reading it. That should serve as a guide. At-tufahu fakihatun ladhidatun. Apple, fakiha means fruit. Ladhidatun means delicious. So fakihatun ladhidha is a word, an adjective. Murakkab tawsifi. And the whole sentence here is a jumla ismiya. It means your khabar can have an adjective. This khabar, fakihatun, is a khabar, and it has its own adjective, ladhidha. At-tufahu fakihatun ladhidha. The apple is a sweet or a delicious fruit. The apple, or we say apple. Some words does not necessarily need the in English. So we can say apple, he's a delicious fruit. Do we understand that, please? So, ما ذلك, what is that? ذلك عصفور. This is a bird. Usfur is a kind of bird that is called, I can't remember the name now. Maybe squaw or something.
A sparrow.
Sparrow, thank you. So sparrow. So ذلك عصفور. This is a sparrow. I think it's a small, it used to be, a sparrow is a small bird, something very small bird like that. So ذلك عصفور. This is a bird or a sparrow. We say a sparrow. العصفور طائر صغير. The bird or the sparrow. طائر. طائر means a bird. طائر. Okay. طائر. So you say طائر for a bird because it can fly. طائر. But the moment you say طائرة, the moment you say طائرة, what does it become?
Airplane.
Yes, it becomes a plane. You can see the difference. See the delicacy of Arabic. Arabic is delicate. So the moment you add a tie, it becomes something else. طائرة is usually used for plane. طائر, a bird. طائرة, a plane. طائر, a bird. So just the difference of. Now I'll give you another example of where a difference of ta, gender, can change the meaning entirely. When you say maniyun, maniyun means sperm. Okay, mani, right? Maniyun. So at the moment you change it, you have a ta there, it becomes maniyya. When you had a ta, it becomes maniyya. What does it become? It becomes death. Death. Becomes what? Death. Is that right? Maniyun, sperm. Maniyyatun, death. You understand that? Ta'ir, bird. Ta'iratun, plane. So that's how delicate Arabic is. So that means you cannot just form things on your own or do something without you carefully knowing the meaning of what you are saying. Is that clear? So al-Arabiyyatu lughatun sahla. Arabic is actually simple, and it's true. It's simple but delicate. So you have to just be careful. Al-Arabiyyatu lughatun what? Lughatun sahla.
Sahlatun.
So lugha is the khabar of Arabiyya, but sahla is the adjective of lugha. So I think we understand. So please let's study that. So what this lesson is teaching us is adjective. What an adjective. Murakkab tawsifi. We are yet to get there in our what's it called, grammar lesson, but we get there. So but when we learn this, it will be more understood when we get to the grammar. So al-arabiyyatu lughatun jamila. Ammarun talibun mujtahid. Wa mahmudun talibun kaslan. Ammar is the diligent student. Mahmud is a lazy student. Man ant, who are you? Ana talib, I'm a student. Anta talibun jadid, are you a new student? Naam, ana talibun jadid, I'm a new student. They are teaching us word and adjective. So adjective follows suit in its noun. It follows it now. Whatever happens to the noun will happen to the adjective. Whatever happens to the mawsuf will happen to the sifa. So I think we understand that. So we stop here, inshallah. So we have some exercise tamarin. So let's attempt. We all have this book. Let's attempt to exercise ourselves. Tamarin, practice. So you do exercise yourself, and if you have encounter on anything, please let me know. So let's try to work on the exercise ourselves. Okay, so let's study it. So apart from what you learn in class, your self-development, your practice, self-help will also help you. Not only what you learn in class, self-help. Help yourself, assist your own self, study, learn, and all of that. Ask questions. So this is what you combine to become a good user of the language. So the class is to guide you, but it depends. Your own speed of understanding also depends on how much effort you also put on your own, based on what you have learned. Anyways, don't do beyond yourself. Anyway, don't go beyond what you have not learned. But what you've learned, what effort have you put to practice? What effort have you put to, to be better at what you have learned? We're not talking about what you have not learned. Don't go beyond, whatever you have not learned. But what you've learned, put effort, learn it, practice, and it will lay a strong foundation for other things that you have not learned. But if you do not understand the previous thing that you've learned, I'm afraid that your foundation will be shaky. So please, let's help ourselves. Let's try to, read further, ask questions, and then you become, a good user of the language. So inshallah, we stop here. We pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us and grant us a full understanding of the course. I believe there is no question, right?